Well, hello everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of Premier League Predictions Week 13. However, we're also going to be talking, if you're a Wolves fan, about the state of Wolves at the moment, and of course, the appointment of Matt Jackson, who's been appointed as the new technical director, and give you some thoughts on that. So, if you're not interested in the Premier League prediction side of things, you can skip forward to when we're talking about the Wolves stuff, the Matt Jackson stuff, and of course, as always, we're very, very proud to have.
Stop moving the camera.
Well, I'm told off. Well, I'm very proud to have Match Bingo again supporting us. We'll be going into our Match Bingo picks for this week, but don't forget it's £250 in prizes to be won. 100% deposit on your £10 deposit, so that gives you 20
You
quid.
have to use the code, though.
But use the code always. The QR code's on the screen and in the description. So, first of all, let's let you know who won week 12. Was it Team Dave or Team Emma? Well, the answer to the question is neither of us, because it was a draw, Emma.
A draw. And you're still 8 points ahead.
I'm still 8 points ahead. Emma did get Burnley 0, Chelsea 2 correct. I got Leeds 1, Aston Villa 2 correct. And we got two other correct outcomes. Meaning,
Still rubbish, though, aren't we?
Yeah, meaning, well, you've been really rubbish this year. Meaning that we both got 5 points. That now means that Emma stands on a total of 69 points. I've got 77 points. And goal difference-wise, Emma's won 3 weeks to my 7. The other weeks have been a draw. But it's all to play for. In fact, you're closer to me in terms of catching me up than Wolves are to the nearest team in the Premier League at the moment, because we've only got 2 points from 12 games. So does that hearten you?
No.
Not at all. Shall we get into this week's scores and predictions? Let's start off.
Have you got them written down?
I have.
I'm just checking
I
that
have.
you're not
I've got
cheating.
them written down here. I've got them written down. Okay, so the first one, 3 o'clock. Sorry
For
about
God's
that.
sake,
I'm
how
just-
many times?
I'm
Stop
sorry about
kicking
that.
the-
It's not my fault. You kicked
Yes,
it.
it is.
You kicked it.
I didn't.
My foot's here.
You kicked it.
My
David,
My-
stop lying.
uh, my foot is here.
Anyway, Brentford and Burnley.
Burnley. Yeah, I'm getting my cuppa out.
Brentford is strong at home. Burnley really inconsistent. Brentford are 13th on 16 points. Burnley 19th on 10 points. Way more than Wolves.
Everyone's way Wolves and Wolves at the moment.
I've got Brentford 3, Burnley 1.
Brentford 3, Burnley 1. When them busy bees, I've got them down for a win as well. 2 to Brentford and 1 for the Clarets. 2-1 to Brentford. The Citizens against Leeds. Manchester City against Leeds United.
Well, both teams have been decent in front of goal. So I think there'll be a few in this. But I think it'll go in City's favour. I've gone City 3, Leeds 1.
Well, I've concurred with you on the 3 for City, but I'm not giving Leeds. Sorry, Leeds fans. No goals for you. 3-0. Sunderland against Bournemouth.
Well, this is 7th and 8th in the table, and they're both on 19 points. Sunderland are pretty resilient at home, evenly matched. I've gone Sunderland 1, Bournemouth 1.
Yeah, you see, I've gone with a Sunderland 1, Bournemouth 0, because Bournemouth are on a really bad run at the moment. Sunderland at home have been fantastic, so I'm going with the Black Cats over the Cherries.
Okay.
So yeah, Everton against Newcastle. Everton, of course, with a 5:30 kickoff, a great win with 10 men against Manchester United.
Well, I think this will be a close one. Everton are strong at home. Newcastle aren't great away. This is 11th and 14th in the table. I changed my mind on this. I did go 1 apiece, but I've ended up with Everton 2, Newcastle 1.
You've changed your mind. Well, that's because you probably wanted to be different to me. You're going to kick yourself if this is a 1-1.
I know. Can you see? Look, I've changed the 1 to a 2.
Yeah, I've seen it. Well, I've gone with a 1-1.
Okay.
I've gone with a 1-1. Newcastle, I think, 1-1. The 8 o'clock kickoff, Tottenham Hotspur versus Fulham. London derby, one of many.
Spurs have lost 3 in their last 6, and Fulham have lost 5 out of 6 of their last away matches. But I've gone with the Spurs win. Spurs 2, Fulham 1.
See, I've gone with Spurs 2, but I've given the cottage cheeses no goals.
2-0.
So we have
But still a Spurs win.
Yeah, so look, that's the Saturday matches, which at this point gives everyone the opportunity to know what we're doing with the Match Bingo app this week. Have you got it ready?
I haven't got it ready.
Emma's going to show us.
So let's open Match Bingo
You've
first.
got opening up the app.
Okay, so once you open the app, there's a little menu across the bottom.
Can we show people?
I can in a second, and there's a star that says games.
That's the middle
And
that's the middle there.
That keeps the camera still.
Yeah.
And you press that.
Press the star to get
and then all you do is it's really easy. You don't need me to show you. You scroll down until we find we can play any of the games, but we're going to do Aston Villa Wolves.
Show them on the screen.
Aston Villa Wolves.
Yeah, got it.
At 14:05.
Yeah.
Why
is it 14:05?
I don't know. I think there's something in it. Isn't there it's some sort of campaign, I think.
I don't know.
Right, so Aston Villa, Wolverhampton, let's buy a bingo card.
Yeah, if you get 4, you get 1 free, by the way.
Yeah. Prize pot £250. Confirm purchase. Let's have a look what we've got.
View the card.
There we go.
Show them the card.
Right, what have we got? I'll tell them what we've got.
Yeah. Kicks off.
No, that's Aston Villa kick off a half.
Yeah.
So I might have to wait to the second half for that.
They've got a free
Villa
kick.
free kick.
Attempt off target. Hits the woodwork.
But no goal.
Third substitution.
3 substitutions.
Final third substitution.
Okay.
One of Wolves got attempt
saved.
Hits the woodwork.
Hit the woodwork. Second substitution.
Throw in. Corner awarded. Attempt off target sounds about right. There's no goals in this game, Emma. It looks like a goal. A goal awarded in the 6th, 16th, 26th, 36th, etc. So there is a goal, but we don't know which side.
It could be either side.
It could be. Yeah, we don't know on that though. So So there you go, and don't forget again the QR code's on the screen there. Use the code Always Wolves when you sign in and log it in. Make sure you use the code because you get your deposit. You get your extra £10.
And it's just a bit of fun, really. So while you're watching it on the telly, to make it a little bit more interesting, rather than
play
watching
bingo as well.
You could, yeah. I mean, come on, the football might not entertain you from a Wolves perspective, but you can be entertained by match bingo.
Is so true. Anyway, let's get back to the football. So we will have some Wolves stuff coming up in a bit. You want to stay tuned for that. So the 12 o'clock kickoff on Sunday, it is Palace versus Manchester United. What have you gone with?
Well, I think this is going to be really tight. And I couldn't call it, so I just went with the draw in the end. 1 apiece.
You were boring and went with
1-1.
I think Palace will beat United. 2-1 to the Palace. I've gone. They're having a great season, aren't they? Aston Villa versus Wolverhampton Wanderers.
You're not going to be happy with me.
I'm probably not going to be surprised by anyone, but anyway, there you go.
We haven't had a goal in ages, have we? Wolves just haven't scored in, 4 games?
Something like that.
4 games, we haven't even had a goal, let alone the thought of a win or a draw or a point.
Yeah.
So I've got us down for a goal. Wolves 1.
Yeah.
But I've gone Villa 2.
Boo.
I'd love to predict a Wolves win, but it just doesn't add up, does it? No. Maybe today will be different, and I'll quite happily sacrifice the points on the Premier League prediction show for a Wolves win.
Well, I've gone. You'll have to wait until the match preview to know what
predictable.
I've scored. Yeah, well,
that's what it's all about.
You can see what.
That's what it's all about.
You can see what I put down here. Yeah. Okay. Next up, it's another 2:05 kickoff. Forest versus. I wonder why there's an 05. If you know why there's an 05 on there, please let us know. Forest, the tricky trees against the Seagulls.
I think Forest might be buoyed by their Anfield win. I think it's going to be another tight one. I was tempted to say Brighton were going to edge it, but I'll just think it'd be close. I've got another 1-1.
Well, you've been tempted, and I've been more than tempted because I've gone Forest 1, Brighton and Hove Albion 2. Next up, it's the Hammers against the Copites.
Well, West Ham have struggled, but Liverpool are having a real rough patch as well, aren't they? I still think Liverpool are going to win this one. I've gone West Ham 1, Liverpool 2.
Interesting, because I've gone with a draw 1-1.
Have you?
Yeah, I've gone with it on West Ham are on a good run of form. Liverpool aren't. And finally, the 4:30 kickoff. It's Chelsea against the Arsenal.
Well, I think Arsenal have got a lot more experience. Chelsea are a bit of a younger.
Yeah, they beat Barcelona 3-0 last night.
Yeah, I know. I just think Arsenal in great form.
Okay, Barcelona did have a player.
I think at some point Arsenal are going to have a real wobble, but
Yeah.
I don't think it's this week. I've put Chelsea 1, Arsenal 2.
Well, I disagree because I think they will have a wobble.
Do you think the wobble's starting now?
Well, I'm not. They might have a little shimmy, but I'm not saying it's going to be a full-blown wobble. They might just have a like, woo, and then they're off again, woo, and they're gone. So I've gone with Chelsea 2, Arsenal 1. Chelsea 2, Arsenal 1, which brings us on to
a cup of tea.
A cup of tea, and talking about Mr. Matt Jackson, Emma. Mr. Matt Jackson has become Wolves' technical director. He's moved into the role of technical director. Began with the club in 2021. He's worked in punditry. And he did an interview, didn't he? He stepped into technical director supporting executive chairman Mr. Jeff Shee, who's he? Alongside, we don't need from him, alongside Matt Wall, director of football
He's the man
operation.
hiding behind a bodyguard.
Yeah, Mr. Phil Hayward, director of performance, and Max Fitzgerald, PR and communications director in the club's leadership team. Emma, what is your take on regards to this?
Well, Wolves are spinning it as Rob Edwards' new era. They've also spun an acknowledgement that things aren't going well, but it's the same old, isn't it? This guy was head of recruitment in the summer. He's been with Wolves since 2021.
Was he head of recruitment?
Well, no, he was head of player recruitment. What was his title? Director of Player Recruitment and Development. So, as Director of Player Recruitment, you would expect it might not have been solely his decision, but he will have played a part in the summer.
Right, yeah.
So, he's partly responsible for the mess that we're already in. I don't see him. I just feel that it's another person. He's probably loyal to Jeff Shee. He's been with the club since 2021. He ran Grasshoppers and whatever.
President of Grasshoppers, wasn't he?
Yeah.
For a short while.
Yeah. But he's been around on the scene. He's not someone new. He's not a new broom to sweep through and make any changes. Personally, I'd have liked to have seen someone from outside the club come in with a fresh approach and that's willing to challenge and question things. And I mean, I just feel someone that's already taken part has to protect what they've done so far. They won't necessarily honestly assess last window on what we need now.
Do you not think he will do, or is it just?
Well, I think we'll have to see. But
we've heard more from him than the last technical director, haven't we already? What was it, Domenico Tetti? Who he glared at a lot of people, didn't he? He was scary looking.
But he had a bodyguard with him all the time as well.
Did he?
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Was that Fabio Silva?
There was a muscle man next to him whenever I saw him. A muscly man.
Yeah.
In a suit.
Yeah. I reckon black in it.
Yeah, I reckon he was the hired muscle.
Do you reckon Jeff wish he could have one of them men in black things and go boop to all the Wolves fans and it's like we forgot the last 3 years or something?
Oh, yeah.
You know that when they do that.
Yeah, but I'm not particularly impressed with the appointment. I just feel Jeff Shee surrounds himself with the people that he knows and trusts. And there's nothing wrong with people that you trust, but if those people aren't going to challenge the thinking that has got us to the position that we're in, then that's not good enough. But what's your opinion?
I think you make a very good case. To be honest, I think what your points, what you make, and in fact, I will advertise this because Emma has wrote a really great article on the alwayswolves.co.uk site. Matt Jackson appointed as technical director. Matt Jackson becomes Wolves technical director, but is this really a fresh start?
No.
A familiar face, not a new voice. Process pathways, plenty of spin. Experience is not the issue. Talk of a new era. Hope versus history. It's a great article.
Thank you very much.
It is. You write really well. And Emma. So get on to Always Wolves website, and you can read that article from Emma. But I will also say that Emma also made her debut article on BBC Sport now, Emma.
Yeah.
And they asked for you, didn't they?
They did.
They asked for you. So how was that?
Well, I'll have to head over to... That's on the Always Wolves website now as well.
Yeah, is it?
Yeah, it went out on the BBC. I think it was yesterday morning. There we go.
Hold on. Where is it?
That one.
Oh, yeah. So you can go and read that on the Always Wolves website as well. I'll show you this. Share the screen. Where's that?
Yeah. All the BBC articles go on to our website 48 hours after they've been shown on the BBC. We do every single week. We write an article. So
there you go. We're scrolling up. There she is, fan writer.
Yay!
And there you are on the BBC website. So you can check that out on alwayswolves.co.uk as well. Yeah. So I think you make some very good points as always, Emma. She talks a lot of common sense, I think.
It's common sense. If you do what you've always done, you'll get the same results. And this man has been on the scene at Wolves since 2021. Okay, it's only the last year or so that he's come back to Wolves and been involved in the recruitment, but he's still had a say and still had a hand, and we still had the same results. I mean, he might have turned round and said in those meetings, these players aren't good enough.
We don't know.
But we don't know that. But personally, I think if he in those meetings he said these players aren't good enough,
what sort of
he might have got the boot, not the promotion.
What sort of thing do you want to be seen?
What do I would like to have seen someone external come in and actually review this club properly, not someone that's internal. What was his words? I know all the departments in this club inside out, or something along those lines.
So fresh broom.
Yeah. Absolutely. Tell me in the comments whether you agree with me, whether you think that this is a good appointment or whether you're I wouldn't say it's a bad appointment. You've got to wait and see, but I'm questioning the logic behind.
Do you think it's just another one that's just been moved up like Hobbs was and people like that? But they did bring Domenico Tetti in from outside.
Yeah, because Vita Pereira wanted him.
Yeah. And he didn't say
and it was to keep Vita happy.
Yeah, and it was to keep Vita happy.
But I don't think Vita was happy.
I don't think Domenico Tetti was happy the whole time here. He never smiled as much
did
time as he. Listen, at least you're going to give credit to Matt Jackson for doing an interview.
Yes.
Even if, like, you basically wonder whether...
Even if I wouldn't have given him the job.
Well, even if you wonder whether or not it's just a PR spin. That's the question. Well, proof will be in the pudding.
The proof is in the pudding. But the other thing is, are we still going to be in touching distance in January, or are we just going to be like, we're too far gone, we're getting relegated and planning for that?
Well, there's a lot of people think we're already down. What's your view on that?
We're not already down. Rob's had one game, and he's probably had one or two training sessions. That's it.
Well, he did up till the point last year, and some of the players didn't come back till Friday.
Yeah, personally, I think it's probably likely that we're going down. You can't argue with that, but you can't.
Well, talking to Opta, I think we're something like 91% certain.
But that was
before, so we're probably on like 95% certain. But there's always 5%.
Yeah, and
you win a couple of games and it changes.
Yeah.
That's
I just can't
winning. What's that?
I can't see us winning those.
That's what you go and do when you watch the women play. Is what you want to go watch.
I think the biggest problem is that Rob Edwards, he did make us look more solid. we looked a better team.
And
We
we did
looked to
get
have,
unlucky with the goal,
we
first
did
goal.
look to have more fight, more stability, more consistency. We were chasing down the balls.
Energy.
There was energy, but we lacked that spark up front. And I don't think the solution.
Do you think that's confidence, though? They're trying.
No, I don't
they're
think
snatching.
it is. I think Strad Larson and Arokodare are quite capable of being those strikers. I think that could be a good partnership.
Yeah.
I think the problem is any delivery into them. We're hoofing balls up, and they need balls to feet, crosses in. They
need crosses coming in for them.
And Minetsi's not that person. He works damn hard. You can't argue with that, but he's not that creative spark that we need.
So who would you play in Minetsi's place?
Well, I'd like to see John Arias played right in between the strikers where he should be
A lot of
played.
people think he's rubbish, but I think he's got a bit of
they
potential.
keep playing him out on the wing.
Yeah.
And that's not his game. His game is down the middle.
In the pocket.
In the pocket, behind the strikers. I'd like to... whether it'll work or not, I don't know. But I'd like to see him do that role. Fair Lopez, yeah, he gives balls away. We make those mistakes, but without...
So Wang gives balls away?
Yeah. We'd have to sacrifice that, and someone would have to cover for him defensively to get that bit of creativity.
Yeah, but if you got Fair Lopez playing in the top half of the pitch rather than in his half,
yeah,
it's like Wang he tried to pass the ball out, but he's not that sort of player, is he?
I don't think the answer to that problem is in this squad. So until January comes round, I can't see it being fixed.
And you need to be in contention, because if we're like 10 points adrift, what's the point? But if you're in 3 to 5 points, then you've got a shot.
Strand Larson looks like a little lost sheep, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. He's not in the right headspace.
Yeah. Would you play Tulu ahead of Larson if it was a choice?
I'd play Tolu ahead of.
I like Tolu. I think he wins balls. I think if you give him a chance, he's clinical.
I'd play him ahead of Strand Larson, but I would like. Okay, it didn't always work. The two strikers.
He only had a couple of changing sessions. If that had to work.
I'm questioning the creativity behind them to give them any service. I'd like to see how that develops. So.
Yeah.
But
and he did. I thought the wing backs got forward more.
Yeah.
And they were trying to get forward. I mean, Jackson's got pace. You got to use the pace. Interesting one. Anyway, guys, listen, our Premier League predictions show and the Matt Jackson and all the thoughts on this. Hope you've enjoyed it. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Emma's asked you a couple of questions, so leave that. Loads coming up over the next few things. Any plans for the rest of the day?
Yes!
What are they? What might that be?
We're going to see Wicked for Good.
Wicked for Good. Yes, if you'd let.
We're going out for tea first, though.
Going for an Italiano.
With our friends.
With friends. And then part 2 of Wicked, which I'm looking forward to.
We had to watch the first one the other day, didn't we? So we're all prepped and ready for this one.
Up to date. So look, you've got to take your mind off the football somehow. So there you go. Anyway, guys.
It's got to be more entertaining than watching Wolves.
Yeah, well, maybe one day there'll be a musical about Wolves. That maybe not. Okay.
There's a Gareth Southgate musical.
Apparently there is.
Is it a musical or a play?
Maybe,
they do dances.
Do you think there could be a Jeff Shee musical?
Ooh.
Dun, dun,
Can I write
it? Dun, 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 dun.
That's Star Wars. That's already been
No, that's not Star Wars.
Is that not the Darth Vader march? No, the Darth Vader march.
Dun, 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 dun.
It's part of that, isn't it?
No. There's the Death March, or whatever it's called. I
don't know. I just thought
the Darth Vader thing is
Darth
Vader is burn. Dun 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 dun. It's like
that. Anyway, we've taken up far too much of your time talking rubbish.
Yeah, if you're going to do a Jeff Shee musical, let us know what the title would be.
I'm going to help. If you're writing the Jeff Shee musical, I'm there.
Yeah, because I'm
there for it.
She can write music. You can, can't you?
I can, yeah.
She's very talented musician. This one is. I would say that I'm a talented musician, but I'm a drummer, so maybe not. But there you go. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed it. We'll try to have a bit of light heart in this. Don't forget to get onto the match bingo. supports us. It's a great app. You can play along at the weekend as well.
Great for while it's on the telly on
Brilliant
Sunday.
for whilst on the telly. Links in the description below. Use the code always when you sign up and you get your extra bonus as well. Until the next one.
Always Wolves.
Always Wolves.